Alright, hi. Hello. I'm doing my Xtype motor in SolidWorks, and this is what I have so far. So we got a nice little cylinder header with valves underneath it, throttle linkage, rocker arm, lash adjusters. The only thing missing is the camshaft and the mount for the camshaft, and we'll just go through this real quick here. We'll turn the pane this way. So here's the center. There's a multiple unit injector with a glow plug, Um, set of valves here. 4 valves. Last adjuster springs, rocker arms over here, last adjusters. Throttle linkage, and that takes care of that one. So let's move on to this one. Wait, that's the one we just had. So, this is gonna go underneath the oil pan. It's an oil sump. We'll show you what it looks like. These are bevel gears. So, as you can see, they're bevel gears, and then it has a hole. This is in case it needs an AC/DC motor. It comes through the full strainer and down through this pipe, and then into the bevel gear, which comes back out. This is the oil pump at the bottom of the oil pan. Here's the other air. This is the scavenger oil pump. So we'll just same thing, pretty much, basically like. Over here, bearing over here, casing in the back to put the gears in. And you can see I roll through the gears here as 3 gears. So that's the scavenger pump. That's one of the main things. So that takes care of the oil so far. Wait, we got one more. Alright, this is the oil pump slash oil filter oil alarm. As you can see, it's more square. Has an oil filter here. This is the oil sight glass. If it drops through here, it will switch the alarm, which means you have low oil, and that comes through this part right here. Let's see, it looks better without the shaded in. Like, I had a little tough time doing this one, actually, but that's your oil filter oil sight alarm. And that goes for pretty much the oil. We'll just look at this real quick, and this shows a water flow diagram. This will be the water pump. Same thing with the scavenger pump. This is the oil filter alarm pump, but it's drawn 2D and it's not 3D, so the other one's 3D. Notice it has a float filter in here, which drains, over drains, and then drains through here where there's bellows. We'll look at that in a minute. This is a big difference here. So here's what we had on a piece of paper. This is what it turned out to be in without paper. So that's your 3D part right there. And then flywheel. This is where the scavenger pump's going to go. It's going to be a little bit over the harmonic, which has a casing for probably a sprocket, which is the casing for the oil pump housing. And the scavenger pump will have that. This I'll do as an object. I didn't really create that. This is the oil sump pump, once again with the strainer pump and thing. So, oil sump pump right there. And then we have that. That's that. Camshafts, this is this header again, but from the top, so except for the camshaft, that will show on the other drawing, so you have the rocker, and then this has not been added yet, that's for the water intake where it shells into it, which is once again show you from the top. That's what you get from the top. Bearing journals shows the oil journal pump, flywheel. Here's the scavenger pump. That will be a oil pan. And then this is just a chiller. That's the oil pan. I haven't done that yet. This is what I wanted to show you. This is from the oil tank, and it goes into the oil pump, pumps it back into the pressure plate, and then up here it goes to from the oil pump to the oil pump to the scavenger pump, which pushes it past the oil pressure plate to the oil governor scavenger. From the scavenger it goes back to the oil pump site alarm and filters, and then also part of the scavenger goes to the oil pan, which goes in the sump pump back through the oil filter alarm. And then there's an oil thrower that runs the direction underneath the bearing journals, which shoots it up into the top journals. Alright, that takes care. This is a drawing of the oil pump triplex. This is a lubrication oil drawing of 564. Let me back out of this. Go back to page. This will follow the pump fuel lines, but this one's fuel filter system. This is the fuel pump. It might also be used as an oil pump, except for its oil. I'm just going to do an object. I'm not going to do this all in detail because I didn't create it. This shows the fuel path. Alright, that takes care of the oil and the cylinder headers. What time am I running? 7 minutes. We'll cut one more tape and I'll show you the cylinder block and header as it looks.